NOLA Gent here, and what's in the box? Okay, I've already opened it just to make this a little quicker and faster for us.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll.
Well, I've got another shipment from the NOLA Gent official coffee sponsor, Dead Sled Coffee. So we tried a bunch of their flavors last time, and now we have some new ones. So we've got Bella's Brew here. Ho, 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 ho. So this is a nice blend. It's a single origin Colombian coffee, a New Orleans inspired coffee infused with chicory. What better coffee for the NOLA Gent? We love our chicory coffee here. So Bela Lugosi created his unique characterization of Dracula in the Broadway stage in 1927 and brought it to the screen in 1931. Little did he know that when he spoke the famous line, "I am Dracula," he would be forever immortalized for his portrayal of the Count. As a tribute to Bela Lugosi, Dead Sled Coffee is proud to have worked with his estate to create this signature coffee blend. Oh, ho, ho. This one's not a bean, it's already ground up. We're gonna have to try this out and see how this tastes right now. Let's get this brewing. So next up we have a Resurrection Dark Roast. Ooh, this one looks very interesting. Our dark roast is a plush, luxurious, perfectly roasted 100% Colombian coffee. It's bold but not bitter and has a complexity and character you won't find in any other coffee. We found the perfect balance in the roasting process that gives us our Resurrection Dark Roast. Origin Colombia. Ooh. This is nice. This one's also ground, not a whole bean. I can just go through the bag and see. So, oh yes. And then a really interesting, nice one. Vincent Price, the legend. Oh yes. This is a light roast, single origin Colombian coffee, and this is a whole bean. So Vincent Price, the iconic American actor with over 100 films to his name, has not one, but 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. One for his work in motion pictures and one for his work in television. His vast talents in noir, drama, mystery, thriller, and comedy roles have made him one of the most respected and loved thespians of the 20th century. Though Vincent Price was most well known for his work in horror films, he truly was a man of many passions, among them cooking and collecting art. This 100% Colombian Arabica light roast has a very light body with crisp acidity and bright flavors. The perfect roast that ties together both Vincent Price's love for the spooky and his passion for food. Ho, ho, ho. I like this guy. Oh yeah. Okay, so our brewing process is almost ready for our Bella's Brew chicory coffee that we've got going right now. So we'll go check on that and come right back. Okay, I just got the Bella's Brew out of the coffee maker. So let's take a nice little smell here. Okay, so got a nice odor. I'm not picking up the typical chicory odor that we get out of a lot of our New Orleans coffee yet, but that could just be me today, because who knows, any given day my smell might be on or off depending what I've been eating or drinking. So this is a single origin Colombian coffee, so let's give it a little sip here. Okay, so I am getting some intense flavor of the chicory though, so definitely I'm tasting the chicory in there. Let's give it a little flavor time on my mouth to kind of roll around with some oxygen as I breathe in and out on it. Okay, now I'm getting a lot more of that flavor on here now. Let's take another taste. Okay, so getting some pretty nice chicory flavors Chicory's got a little hint of bitterness to it that I like in my coffee. And as the flavor gets in there and kind of mixes with the coffee, it begins to kind of smooth out a little bit. So you get a little spike of bitterness typically, and then you kind of smooth out, and the bitterness kind of blends with the coffee flavors to make another just, ooh, very delicious flavor. Okay, well, I like it. It is definitely different than the chicory coffee. I would say get a Cafe Du Monde or Morning Call, but Morning Call is different from Cafe Du Monde, so you don't want them all to taste the same. So this is a similar yet distinct different coffee in its own way. So it's a good coffee. I like it. Enjoyable. So thanks so much, Dead Sled Coffee, and check out their website below. So Dead Sled Coffee does amazing work and helps the NOLA Gent Channel they provide free coffee for me, and we do burn through a lot of coffee here at the NOLA Gent Channel because I have a lot of late nights to get all these videos out to all of y'all out there. So thanks so much for keeping me fueled with caffeine, and if you like caffeine and coffee as much as I do, they have some really cool things like these amazing old actors that were kind of spooky, like New Orleans is kind of spooky. So check them out. They're definitely fun and interesting and have a lot of fun times with what they do over there. Always good to enjoy a little coffee. And when I finish this, I'm going back to edit and put more videos out for all of you out there. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be sampling these other two coffees in the next few coffee sessions we'll be having. NOLA Gent here, and we're having another episode of a little coffee talk here. So I just made a nice fresh coffee of the Dead Sled Coffee here. So this is the Resurrection Dark Roast. Ooh, so I'm liking this one. It's got good flavors to it. So this is a very smooth 100% Colombian coffee, and it was pre-ground. So after a long day and being out and about, it's nice to have a little coffee to keep me going. It smells really great. The flavor is very just silky smooth. It's very balanced and even. I'm not getting any strong flavors of bitterness or any other flavors other than just a nice, good, smooth coffee taste. Now, some follow-up on our good friend Bella and his Bella's Brew. Wow, this has some really strong caffeine content. So this is a New Orleans style blend with chicory in it, and my goodness, the coffee kick was very nice, but the caffeine kick was brutal. I was working well into the early wee hours of the morning, and I finished up about 5 a.m. to get one of my last videos out. Then I went for a 2-mile run, and I was still wired from drinking this coffee. The last cup I had was at 5:30 p.m. the previous night, and I still was on a caffeine high all that time later. So this has some really good caffeine. So definitely for those mornings when you need that extra kick, the Bella's Brew certainly came through to keep me going. I kept going. I didn't get to sleep probably till about 9, and got a few hours sleep, woke up and got back to work. But this is a pleasant, smooth coffee to enjoy here. Dark roast are always good. Typically though, the dark roast, you get a little less of the caffeine than you do with some of the other roasts, which I actually never knew that for quite a long time in my life. I used to think the dark roast were the stronger ones, but actually the dark roast is a weaker, less caffeinated version, so you're going to get less caffeine from the dark roasts. So I've been told. I could be wrong about that. I'm by no means an expert in all things coffee. I'm just really good at drinking it. Ah, yes. So I am liking our delicious Resurrection Dark Roast. And again, thanks so much to Dead Sled Coffee for letting me sample all this fantastic coffee and their great selection of so many interesting things. And we've got another to go in this shipment. So look forward to our next little coffee talk. And do comment below and let me know what you've been thinking about all these interesting coffees that we're sampling. And any other ideas you might want to put out there for things to do with any of our coffee talks here, because hey, we can do all sorts of things. We don't have to drink just coffee and just talk about coffee. We can do all sorts of things, talk about any manner of subjects. Now, you know, generally we're doing travel and food and a lot of things in New Orleans, but other places as well. So anything's possible. So let's enjoy ourselves and say a little toast with a little coffee to keep us going with more work for the rest of the day, and I'll get back to doing some more video editing. Definitely some good stuff in here. Well, NOLA Gent here again, and yet another delicious coffee. Okay, so this one is going to be our Vincent Price, which is a whole bean. This is a single origin Colombian coffee, and already ground the beans down. It's a light roast. Let's give it a taste. Well, it's silky smooth, as the last one was. This has a very good flavor. It's got a nice aroma, and most importantly, it's piping hot, because for New Orleans, we have a pretty cold day. It's been raining and nasty outside all day. It's in the low 60s, which for New Orleans is pretty cold for this time of the year. We're gonna get back up to the 70s by 11 p.m. tonight. So it's always good to have a little coffee to keep you warm, you know? So, thanks so much to Vincent Price from Dead Sled Coffee for keeping me nice and warm and caffeinated. So we've tried all three of the coffees now. So Vincent Price is what I'm drinking now. Very smooth and good. We had the Insurrection Dark Roast, which was also a very nice, smooth coffee. And then Bella's Brew, which for caffeine kick, our good friend Bella's Brew wins that contest hands down. Whoa, when you need like some super caffeine, this is the drink for you. And for flavor, I have to say that overall, I think the smoothness of Vincent Price and our Insurrection Dark Roast are similar. They're both very, very smooth, easy drinkers. There's just not much bad you could say about them. They're just easy to go down, and they're just easy drinking. There's nothing at all that really explodes out about them. They're just smooth, silky, delicious, good coffee to drink anytime. So, in a contest of flavors, I would say I think I might prefer the dark roast slightly, just because it had a little more depth of flavor to it, which a dark roast often has. But then for caffeine, your light roast with Vincent Price here. Usually have a little more caffeine in it, but for the overall victor in the caffeine arena, Bella's brew just wins for the sheer caffeine rush. So all three were fantastic. I couldn't really pick a winner out of all three. They're all so good. So the Vincent Price and the Resurrection Dark Roast are very similar, where the Bella's brew really has a very distinctive flavor, like a chicory coffee should. So if you want something a little more distinct and extra flavor, the Bella's brew is the way to go. So, thanks so much to the Dead Sled Coffee Company folks. They're a great group of people, and they're really big fans of the NOLA Gent Channel. And hey, I really do appreciate all the coffee. It's really fun. Have a good time trying all the wonderful creative things they do with all of these icons of cultural history that they add for their coffee selection. And if you look on their website, they have a KISS series of coffee coming up that looks really beautiful. They have all these package deals, so I just would say go on their website, check it out just to look at it if nothing else, because coffee and KISS, what a combination. Whoa. All right, well, I've got to get back to work. So, thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning in to the NOLA Gent Channel, and especially my Patreons. And if you would go ahead and just destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and let me know what you think about this video. And while you're down there, check out the link to my Patreon account, because hey, I work for tips and appreciate any help you can provide. And tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people, and more good coffee.